Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got game 2 in Philadelphia. We managed to win yesterday despite starting off the game giving up a grand slam. 3 straight hits and then a home run to start off the game. And then Gonzalez came into the game and immediately gave up another home run. But the Phillies made the mistake of bringing in Brad Lidge to pitch. We always hit Brad Lidge well, and he coughed up the lead, and eventually we were able to win it in an extra inning. So it was an exciting game. It was fun to watch, but I hope this one's not quite as dramatic, although I'm recording this freshly off the Indy 500 ending, and that was very dramatic at the end, so maybe this is just a dramatic kind of day. You got Kevin Slowey on the mound. I'm pretty sure there were no other changes out in the Phillies lineup. Although why would there be? Like I said, they should have won yesterday. So here's Kester to lead things off. He will look at a strike and then a ball. Cutter catches the corner. Ground ball to second. So I just got something on the mic screen here. Hopefully you guys didn't have to hear all that. So I almost pulled the mic cable out. This is just a disaster right now. Alright, Marvin at the plate. It's got an 0-2 count. That pitch will miss the zone. I think everything is looking good here. Ground ball to second. Rios over to first for the second out of the inning. So here's Chief at the plate. He'll take a strike. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Grounds this one to first. Hafner will step on the bag, and that's a 1-2-3 start to the game. Alex Rios will lead off for Philadelphia. So we take a look at the Squirrels lineup. Regular guys in there. Stitch on the mound. Which that's something I don't think I articulated anywhere, as Rios goes into center field to lead off the game for a hit. Hopefully not leading to what we saw yesterday. Anyway, yesterday in this was actually the 9th inning when he came in. I went with Nakai over Johnston because we thought Johnston we were going to be using in today's game, so I was doing what I could to save him, and that ended up working out. Into left field, that's going to drop in for another base hit. Oh, it went over Frank's head. I think he might have been able to keep things at a single, but he overcharged it, actually. Advance had to retreat a bit, and that gave everyone a chance to move up a base. So 2 runners in scoring position for Travis Hafner. He did get, I think it was his 1,500th hit the other day, or yesterday. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. Oh, this one will get away. Not enough to score a run, thankfully, so no real harm done. 1-2. Misses outside to make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here's Pat Burrell, who had the grand slam yesterday and then was pinch hit for Dave Roberts with the game on the line, having a chance to tie or maybe even win it. I can't remember how many people were on base. So that was a terrible managerial decision by Philadelphia, but I guess we got to reap the benefits. It's got a 3-1 count at the moment. He will swing and miss, makes it a full count with 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Stitch 1 out away from getting out of this inning. You'll have to get around Shane Victorino to make that happen. Ground ball to third. He could have tagged the runner, but instead throws to first. So that will end the inning. The Phillies with a couple hits, but no runs. We go to the second inning where Terry will lead things off. Grounds this one right to Derek Jeter. 1 out. That will bring Frank to the plate. Swing and a miss. Pops this one up. Hafner should have it. And he does. 2 away. Here is Tom. Pitch down by his feet. Swing and a miss will make it 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Slowly cruising through the first 2 innings. The Phillies will start off the bottom half of the inning with Derek Jeter at the plate. Curveball bounces in. Swing and a miss on another curveball. That fastball catches the inside corner. Jeter with a 1-2 count. Swings and misses at a curveball for strike 3. 1 down. Here's Pudge Rodriguez. He hit the home run off of Gonzalez late in the game. I guess that would have been the 7th inning yesterday. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. High fastball gets a swing and a miss. 2 down. Here is Angel Chavez, who the in-game stadium PA announcer gets the name right, but the in-game announcer, commentator, play-by-play guy, triggers a different sound file for some reason. Mario something, I think. So if you go back in yesterday's game, because I was all runny and stuffy, you'll hear that. He grounds out to short, so we'll go to the 3rd inning. Still no score. Zach is going to lead things off for Indianapolis. First pitch in there for a strike. Another swing and a miss. Grounds this one to first. Hafner will step on the bag. That'll bring Joey to the plate. He will swing and miss. Ground ball to third. Chavez takes care of that. 2 away, and Stitch coming to the plate. He's hitting 200. No slouch up there. You know, as far as pitchers go. Starts off with a 1-1 count. That cutter cuts too far. Swing and a miss. We got a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Fastball in the dirt gives us a full count. And that's going to be the first walk of the game. Stitch will take a free bag. That's the first Squirrels base runner of the day. Only 1 strikeout for Slowey, though. He's been pitching to contact for sure. Kester at the plate now, and he will put this through the left side of the infield for the first Squirrels hit of the day. Puts 2 runners on for Marvin with 2 outs. He is batting left-handed. That fastball is outside. There's a called strike. Grounds this one, just fouled on the first base line. Into right field, that'll fall in for a base hit, and here comes Stitch for the run, and he will make it there. Runners on the corners with 2 outs, Chief at the plate, and the Squirrels now leading 1-0. That curveball is called a strike. Ground out to Hafner. And that'll end the inning. 1-0 Squirrels as we go to the bottom of the 3rd, where Slowey is going to lead things off. Stitch pumps in a fastball for strike 1. Changeup in there for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, we go to the top of the order. Rios started off the game with a base hit. Well, the Phillies, half of the game anyway. 5 strikeouts for Stitch the first time through. I kind of didn't realize he struck out that many. He's got Rios with an 0-2 count. And he will swing and miss for strike 3. 2 away. Jason Worth got a double in his first at-bat. Going to start off with an 0-2 count. And that will get down for another base hit. One on with 2 outs for Travis Hafner, who struck out in his first at-bat. Worth takes off, and he will be thrown out. Close play at second. We don't get a replay. So the Squirrels keep their 1-0 lead as you go into the 4th, where Terry's going to lead it off. He ground out in his first at-bat. Starting off with the 2-0 count. Oh. Boy, it wasn't foul by a whole lot. That was home run distance, but pulled it just a little far. Instead, shoots it up the middle for a single. Frank at the plate, 1 on with nobody out. Fastball's too low. Swing and a miss will make it 1-1. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. That curveball is a bit high. Oh, fastball right down the middle, and Frank just misses it. 1 away, here is Tom. 1 on with 1 out as that fastball sails just a bit high. Check over on Terry. Oh, swing and a miss. That one I think was down by Tom's feet. Hits this one, but it'll be a pretty harmless ground ball to third. They get the out at second, not at first. 2 away, 1 runner on with Zach at the plate. Put the ball on the ground his first time up. And he'll look at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Squirrels still up 1-0, and Travis Hafner will come back to the plate. He only saw, I think, the 1 pitch. I think Worth ran right away, if I remember right, and got thrown out. So Hafner leading off now. Looks at strike 1. Stitch gets the call there, 0-2. Fouls that pitch away, still 0-2. Swing and a miss on the curveball for strike 3. 1 away, here's Pat Burrow. Struck out in his first at-bat and looks at strike 1 here. Fastball down in the dirt. 1-1. Swings and misses at a curveball. Curveball's been working well today. Changeup gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away, and here is Shane Victorino. He ground out in his first at-bat. That'll be shot up the middle for a base hit. He's took a big turn. He does get back to first in time. I don't know what he thought he was doing. Derek Jeter, he struck out in his first at-bat. Starts off with the ball here. And swings and misses at a curveball. Again, that curveball, I don't know what it is today, but Phillies can't seem to touch it. Jeter swings over a fastball. Twice, actually, for the last out of the inning. We'll move on to the 5th. Squirrels still up 1-0. They will start off with Joey at the plate. Joey ground out in his first at-bat, and he starts off with a swing and a miss in this at-bat. Lets that one go for a ball. High again, 2-1. Right down the middle, 2-2. Called strike 3. That'll be the first out of the inning. Stitch drew a walk in his first at-bat and came around to score. Don't know why my voice cracked right there. Hits this one to Rios. Not a bad play by Alex Rios there. Got a short hop towards the middle. But he did make the play, so it's 2 outs with the bases empty. Kester at the plate to start the third go-around. He will line out to Derek Jeter and get us to the bottom of the 5th, where Pudge Rodriguez will lead off for the Phillies. Squirrels still leading 1-0. Slider for a strike to open up things with Pudge. Swing and a miss again to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 away. Angel Chavez, ground out to third, I want to say. Might have been short. I don't know, I guess I can't really remember. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat. And he will go down swinging. 2 outs, here's Kevin Slowey. Struck out in his first at-bat. First pitch is down and away. There's a called strike. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Stays alive with that foul ball. Called strike 3. We'll go to the 6th inning. Squirrels still holding that 1-0 lead. Marvin will lead things off for the Squirrels. He is 1 for 2 on the day, and he starts off with the high pitch here. That one catches the corner, 1-1. Swing and a miss gives us 1-2. And up the middle for a base hit. Chief is ground out twice today, so you think he's due for a hit as he looks at strike 1. That pitch was nowhere close. That one was, and Chief let it go by. 1-2. Misses again. 2-2. Shoots this one foul. We'll try again. Uh-oh. Nope. I'm not sure if Rios really had to dive for that. That probably saved a double play. So it is a fielder's choice then. Runner on first still with 1 away. Terry 1 for 2, came close to home run 13 in his last at-bat, pulled it just a little bit foul. He's got a 1-1 count, and swings at a slider low. Swing and miss on the curveball for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring Frank to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Changeup is called strike 1. Pops this one up. Slowey will field it himself. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rios is going to lead it off for the Phillies. Still a 1-0 ball game. Rios 1 for 2 today. And he'll start off with a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Puts this into right field. Zach is not going to get there. That'll be his 2nd hit of the day. Here's Jason Worth. He's 2 for 2. He's doubled and singled so far. That's going to be another base hit into center field. Rios on his way to 2nd. Worth stays at 1st. So now runners on the corners with nobody out and Travis Hafner at the plate. I'd say this is the 2nd real Phillies threat. First one coming back in the 1st inning. Hafner with the 1-1 count. He puts us into left field, but it'll hook foul. 1-2. Stitch blows the fastball by for the 1st out of the inning. Definitely not out of the woods yet. Here's Pat Burrell, who will take strike 1. Swings and misses for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So just like in the first inning, it's up to Shane Victorino to actually drive in the run. Oh, we got one, gets away, and this will let in the first Phillies run. We are now tied. The Phillies still with the runner in scoring position, but there are 2 outs. And Victorino put a charge into that one. Zach going back, but he was not going to get there. The Phillies take a 2-1 lead on an RBI double from Victorino. So that at-bat went about as poorly as it could have for the Squirrels between a wild pitch and a double. The double, well, no, I guess they probably wouldn't have scored 2 runs. Now I've got Derek Jeter at the plate. He has struck out twice today. That one misses low. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Curveball popped up. Joey will take that on the infield grass. That'll end the inning, but the Phillies now leading 2-1 as we move into the 7th inning, where Tom will lead things off. Tom is 0 for 2. Slowey seems to be just about running on empty. This one goes up the middle off of Slowey. Jeter will grab it and clean things up. 1-6-3 on your scorecard, please. Zach has 0 for 2 today, and he will start off with a called strike. Looks like Zach will be Slowey's last batter, one way or the other. Gets a ground ball to short. Jeter takes care of that again. The Phillies go to their bullpen, and they find Brad Lidge, so here's our chance. Joey is 0 for 2. He'll look at a strike. Puts this one into left field. Oh. Joey managed to hurt himself sliding into second when he probably didn't even need to slide. And we are going to have to change players. I was just about to pinch hit Phil, but I think we're going to have to use him as a runner now. Well, guess we'll go with Sweeney. Oh, well, Quinton has a higher batting average now. Let's go with him. All right, tying run in scoring position. 2 outs, Quinton at the plate. And he will ground out to second. Well, shoot. 7th inning stretch time. Phillies leading by 1, and they will have Pudge Rodriguez at the plate after the break. We'll put Johnston into Zach's spot and keep both the bench guys in. Oh, I forgot to flip around the middle infield. So hang tight here for a second. There we go. Now we're ready to play. Pudge at the plate, takes the ball. And swings and misses to make it 1-1. Fouls that off his foot, but he seems to be okay. And a ground ball to short. Kester will take care of that. One away. That will bring Chavez to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today. First pitch in there for a strike. Second one too far inside. Ground ball to first. Terry will step on the bag. Lidge is going to get to hit here. I guess they don't, to their thinking anyway, they don't need any more runs. He's got no one to count. And he will hit this towards the middle. Kester catches it on the fly. Kester's going to lead things off in the 8th inning. Squirrels now behind 2-1. Kester 1 for 3 so far. And looks at a slider for a strike. This one's down and in. Fastball misses outside. Put into left field. Burrell will make the grab. So here's Marvin. He's 2 for 3 so far with a pair of singles. He will foul this one away to the left side. Fouls it off again to the left side. And then hits this one to Rios for the second out of the inning. That will bring Chief to the plate. He's ground out in all 3 at-bats. Guess I'd rather that than him striking out. Fouls the first pitch away. Slider down and out. Well, right in front of the plate, and it will be the last out of the inning. So go to the bottom of the 8th, top of the order up for the Phillies, who are now leading 2-1. Rios is 2 for 3 today, and he will take strike 1 here on a sinker. Swings and misses. Swings and misses again. Strike 3. 1 down. Jason Worth 3 for 3 on the day. A double and a pair of singles. That sinker bounces in. Hit into left field, but this will be just foul. Popped up down the third base line. Tom retires Jason Worth for the first time today. Travis Hafner struck out in all 3 at-bats so far today. Slurve bounces in, as does that sinker. Fastball hit right back up the middle, and that will be his first hit of the day. Pat Burrell is also struck out in all 3 at-bats today, and he will look at strike 1 here. Hits this into right field, but pretty much right at Quinton. So we go to the 9th inning. 4, 5, 6 coming up for the Squirrels. They're going to need 1 run to stay alive. Jose Valverde, apparently the Phillies' closer nowadays. So here comes Terry. He's 1 for 3 so far. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one into right field, and it will get down for a base hit. Tying run on base. Frank is 0 for 3 today. He will look at strike 1. Hits us into center field, but pretty much right to Victorino. 1 away, runner still on first, and here comes Tom, who is 0 for 3. First pitch, called a strike. Another called strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We are not going to have Johnston be our last chance. We'll instead turn to Sweeney. First pitch in there for a strike. That splitter is too low. Swing and a miss on the splitter makes it 1-2. Squirrels down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. That is the final strike. So your final score today, Indianapolis Squirrels 1, Philadelphia Phillies 2. That snaps, I think, a 12-game winning streak for the Squirrels. So fair play. I mean, we should have lost yesterday, so I guess it all comes out even. The Phillies have to be kicking themselves. They could have already locked down this series. Valverde and Victorino will split your Player of the Game honors. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, for tomorrow on Memorial Day, we will finish up here with the Phillies. We'll see you then.